What is going on, guys? It's your boy MrBabyHandsome, and this is our AFK Rune and Addy Dragons guide. This is currently the most efficient method in the game for grinding out the Dragon Metal Slice and the Dragon Metal Lump off the collection log. Both of these are 1 in 5k. They're super long grinds. It's about 50 to 60 kills per hour here with this method, so on average it's going to be 80 to 100 hours for either of these to hit drop rate. The Dragon Metal Slice from Addy Dragons is currently 80 mil, so it's a nice juicy drop when you get it. You won't make any money at Addy Dragons until you get this drop, unfortunately. But for Rune Dragons, you should make a bit of a profit or break even at the least. So yeah, just keep that in mind. You can also get the Draconic Visage here. It's a 1 in 8k or a 1 in 9k. But yeah, jumping straight into things, we got 2 Rune-like plugins. The first one being NPC Aggressions Timer. Turn that on and then add Adamant Dragons and Rune Dragons to the list, as you will lose aggro there. And then we also got the chat notifications plugin. We can turn that on and then add the text, your super anti-fire potion is about to expire. Checkmark notify on highlights and then select flash until canceled. That'll give you a nice notification every time you have to use your next extended super anti-fire. As for our gear and inventory setup, we have a nice little tag tab here. You can pause the video and copy this if you'd like. We're going to be using a Dragon Hunter Wand, Imbued God Cape, Confliction Gauntlets, Ring of Suffering, a Cult Necklace, Eldon's Ward. You can swap this out for the Fortified one if you have the money, or you can also swap it out for an Elysian Spirit Shield. That'll make you a lot more tankier and you'll die a lot less. Rada's Blessing, runes to cast, Blood Barrage, Saturated Hearts, full Blood Bark. I personally would recommend full Blood Bark over full Virtus, as you are going to be dying here even with the AFK method. Depending on how AFK you go, I honestly died about 30 to 50 times until I got both the collection log slots, and the death fees are only 20k with Blood Bark, whereas with full Virtus, it's going to be 500k every time. So yeah, just keep that in mind. The only differences between Rune and Addy Dragons is that Rune Drags, you will need to use insulated boots, and then Addy Dragons, you have to bring in an Antidote plus for the poison resistance. And then for the inventory setups, we're going to be bringing in a Saturated Hearts, Extended Super Anti-Fire. For Addy Drags, we'll bring 1 Antidote plus and 5 Prayer Pots, and then the rest food. Whereas for Rune Dragons, we're only going to be bringing in 3 Prayer Pots, and then the rest food, as you will be picking up most of the items at Rune Drags to make that profit back. So yeah, quick little example run. We're going to be pulling out the Addy Dragon setup, and then we're going to be teleporting over to our house, as we do have a mounted dig site pendant over here on our wall. You can configure it to Lithcrin to get you right into the area where the Addy and Rune Dragons are, and then we're going to speed up the process getting over there. Once you're here, you can step over either of these barriers. We're going to use our Saturated Heart, Extended Super Anti-Fire, Antidote plus, and then for our quick prayers, we're going to be using Protect from Missiles and then Mystic Vigor. You want to try to step away from them one tile as much as possible, as their melee attacks do hit pretty hard when you have mage gear on. And we're going to be using Protect from range instead of Protect from mage, simply because our mage defenses are actually pretty high with this setup. So you won't be getting hit as much with mage attacks, whereas his range attack absolutely just melts you. And yeah, with Addy and Rune Dragons, they still hit very hard with this setup, so be prepared to get comboed out. There's going to be a ton of times where you go AFK for a little bit too long, you come back, you're back at Edgeville, you're back at Umbridge, whichever spawn point you have. But yeah, I typically, I actually died about 30 to 50 times before I got both of the collection log slots. So just be prepared for that. Hopefully you guys get both of the collection logs early and maybe that Draconic Visage, but that's essentially it for this method. Both Rune and Addy Dragons are going to be the same. You're going to AFK them the exact same way. Whenever you get a drop, eat some of your food, pick it up, and then whenever your inventory is depleted or you have to go pick up some prayer pots, head to the bank, rinse and repeat. That's essentially it for this grind. I hope you guys get lucky. Like I said, that's it for me. I love you guys. Peace.